Psalm 27 will change your life. Your biggest problem isn't that you don't have money. Your biggest problem is that you see yourself only as the person you are right now. You don't see the person you can become. You're staring at your present reality instead of focusing on your potential. You're stuck in a loop, thinking like the version of yourself who has already accepted limits, and so, when life asks you, "Are you ready for a new level?" your answer is, "I don't think I can." Man or woman, it doesn't matter, the principles of life are the same for all of us. If you are not increasing your value, you are lowering it. This world only acknowledges those who acknowledge themselves. You don't need anyone's approval, yet you're still waiting for someone to validate you. The truth is, you haven't given yourself permission to become powerful. The real version of you is waiting just on the other side of a decision. But you keep delaying that decision day after day, week after week, year after year. People say times are bad. I say, no, the times are the same, but your eyes have been closed. You can't see opportunities because your mind is consumed with problems. You've trained yourself to look through the lens of negativity. You see danger in every challenge, but a leader sees opportunity in every challenge. Ask yourself one question today. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for a perfect moment, a savior, permission? No one is coming. You have to rise. You have to be the one to say, "Enough is enough. I'm becoming who I was born to be." What you do daily becomes your future. Until discipline becomes your best friend, you won't even knock on the door of your potential. You think success comes from one big move. No. Success is in the small, daily decisions you make, especially when no one is watching. Those choices form your character, and your character builds your destiny. Every day you must die a little die to your comfort zone. You have to kill your lazy self, your excuses, your doubt. You must face every voice inside that says, "Who do you think you are?" And answer it boldly. I am who I was created to be, a conqueror. Every failure is just feedback. Every rejection is a redirection. Every struggle is preparation. Life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And until you change yourself, your world won't change. You cannot enter a new level wearing the clothes of your old mindset. If you keep reacting the way you always have, you'll keep getting the results you've always gotten. If you want a new outcome, you must take on a new identity. The leader in you must rise. Some people work only when they feel like it. But leaders work even when they don't feel like it, because they've learned to rule over their mood, not be ruled by it. Master your emotions, or your emotions will master your life. If you don't train your mind to know who you are, the world will keep defining you for you. There is a new version of you buried within a fighter, a visionary, a creator. But you won't meet that version until you bury the old one. Every day you've got to kill off the habits, thoughts, and identities that no longer serve you. You have to say, "I'm moving forward no matter what." Until your no matter what is strong, your future will stay weak. Don't expect everyone to understand your dream. Their job is to doubt you. Your job is to prove them wrong, not for them, but for yourself. Love yourself so much that you're willing to sacrifice for your future. Commit so deeply to where you're going that you're willing to walk away from anything that keeps you average. Your only competition is the version of you from yesterday. Every day, life asks you, who are you going to be today? Each morning is a reset. Each day is a new chance. Every second is yours. You can waste it, or you can transform it. Your decisions are your destiny. So make a decision today. I will not settle. I will not make excuses. I will rise no matter what. The moment you feel like quitting, that's the moment greatness begins. Success does not live in the comfort zone. It hides inside the pain, and when you stop running from that pain and start using it, it becomes your power. Whatever you have, little or much, that is your starting point. And when you give your best to your now, The next step appears. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your journey is yours. Don't look at someone else's timeline. God gave you a different race to run. Run it with heart, with fire, with full focus. When you become consistent, time bows to your rhythm. When you become focused, the world moves to your faith. So rise, wake up. You've waited long enough. No more thinking. It's time for action. It's time to lead your life. Because you were born to win. You were born to shine. You were born to inspire. Show the world the version of you that's been hiding for too long. You are ready. The time is now. They told you to wait. They told you to calm down, be realistic, take it easy, play it safe, and because you wanted to be accepted, you listened, but deep inside, something never felt right. There was a voice faint, but persistent, that said, you were meant for more. You've tried to ignore it, silence it, bury it beneath your daily distractions, but it won't go away. That voice is your soul calling you higher, and until you answer it, you'll never know peace. You were not made to fit in. You were made to stand out. You were not made to follow crowds, trends, or approval. You were made to follow calling, purpose, and fire, and you can feel it every time you see someone else living free. There's a tug in your chest, not jealousy, but reminder. That could be you. That should be you. But you've delayed your life long enough. It's time to stop waiting for perfect conditions and start walking by faith. Faith doesn't need all the details, it just needs a decision. And once you decide, everything changes. Look at the world around you. So many are lost because they never chose themselves. They never believed that God already placed greatness inside them, and now they live bitter, not better, blaming others, blaming time, blaming life. But you can't afford that mindset. You are not like the rest. You are the one in your bloodline sent to break cycles, change narratives, rewrite the story. But you cannot do it by staying in the same comfort that created the problem. You've got to break free from the version of yourself that plays small just to avoid discomfort. It's not your background that's holding you back. It's not your bank account. It's not your lack of connections. It's your unwillingness to fight for the new version of yourself. Yes, it's going to cost you. You will lose people. You will outgrow conversations. You will spend nights alone. But what you gain is far greater: your power, your clarity, your identity. Don't be afraid of being misunderstood. Be more afraid of dying with your greatness still inside you. There is a moment in everyone's life when they must choose comfort or calling. You can't have both. Comfort will keep you warm but stagnant. Calling will stretch you, test you, push you, but it will also grow you, mold you, and eventually reward you. Most people never see who they could have become because they never made that choice. But you still have time. As long as you have breath in your lungs, you can rise. The enemy of your future is not failure, it's distraction. Every time you choose scrolling over studying, comfort over confrontation, avoidance over alignment, you trade your power for pleasure. And the cost is high. Your life is too important to be wasted on noise. You were made for depth, not distraction. Your purpose won't chase you. You have to pursue it like your life depends on it, because it does. And understand this: your value does not come from applause. You are not valuable because they said you are. You are valuable because God already put something inside you that this world needs. Even if they don't see it yet, it doesn't change the truth. Some people won't believe in you until it's too late, until the world is already calling your name. But don't wait for them. Move now. Become so undeniable in your gift that even your enemies have to admit your growth. The pain you feel right now has purpose. It is not punishment, it is preparation. God allows certain storms not to destroy you, but to develop you. He allows isolation so you can hear Him more clearly. He allows the delay so your character can catch up with your calling. Don't confuse being hidden with being forgotten. Diamonds are formed in pressure, Arrows are pulled back before being launched forward. You are not behind, you are being prepared. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will come after your biggest breakdowns. That's why you can't quit now. You've come too far to go back. You've grown too much to return to what broke you. You've seen too much to act blind again. Keep going, keep building, keep believing, because everything you've prayed for is already making its way to you, but it's looking for the version of you that won't quit. Sometimes God won't remove the mountain. He'll strengthen your legs to climb it. He won't change the people around you. He'll change your heart to deal with them. He won't fix the storm. He'll teach you how to walk on water. That's what faith does. It makes you unshakable. It makes you peaceful in chaos. It makes you smile when others are panicking, not because everything is perfect, but because you know who walks with you. You've got to stop asking small. You've got to stop living halfway. If you're going to do this, do it all the way. Become the person your younger self used to dream about. Show that child within you that the struggle was not for nothing. Become the person your family needed when they were broken. Be the one who says, "It ends with me." Let your legacy be that you didn't just survive, you thrived, you created, you elevated generations. Everything you need is already inside you. You just haven't activated it yet. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start declaring that you are ready. Speak life over yourself, even when you feel broken. Remind yourself that no weapon formed against you will prosper, even when it feels like all of them have. Faith is not ignoring the storm. Faith is knowing that the storm doesn't control the outcome. You do through what you choose to believe, think, speak, and act on. People are watching you right now. Some are hoping you fail. Others are hoping you rise, because if you rise, they'll believe they can too. Your life is the message. Every step you take toward growth gives someone else permission to do the same. You are not just building for yourself, you are building for everyone who ever doubted their own worth. Your win becomes their inspiration. Do not despise small beginnings. The greatest trees start as the smallest seeds, but when that seed is placed in the right soil with consistency, faith, and action, it becomes something unstoppable. Don't underestimate what daily progress can do. One page a day turns into a book. One choice a day changes your future. One habit a day rewires your mind. You're closer than you think. Keep showing up. Every rejection, every loss, every betrayal, God saw it, and He's using it. You are being refined, not punished. The fire is shaping you. The silence is maturing you. The weight is protecting you. Don't curse what God is using to strengthen you. Sometimes what feels like a delay is actually divine alignment. Trust the process even when you don't understand the plan. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are becoming, every day, with every right decision, you are stepping into a version of yourself that lives with vision, purpose, and strength. And the best part, you haven't even scratched the surface yet. The world hasn't seen your full light, but it will if you don't give up. So let Psalm 27 become your anthem. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? That's not just a verse, that's your reality. Walk in it, speak it, live it. You are protected. You are chosen. You are powerful beyond measure. You don't need to see the full path. Just take the next step with courage. God's got the rest. This is your time. This is your moment. Don't wait for someone to give you permission. Don't wait until everything makes sense. Move in boldness. Speak with conviction. Love with fire. Live like your life matters, because it does. In one day, you'll look back and thank yourself for not quitting, not shrinking, not settling. You'll look back and say, that was the day I came alive. That was the day I chose growth over fear, faith over doubt, purpose over comfort. Let that day be today. There are moments in life when everything goes quiet, not because there is peace, but because your soul is searching. It's not looking for noise, approval, or even clarity. It's looking for God. And when that moment comes, nothing else satisfies. The old distractions don't work. The shallow conversations don't fill you. You try to go back to what used to excite you, but something has changed. That is how you know God is calling you higher. You're being pulled out of the ordinary and into the extraordinary. But to go where He's calling you, you must first be willing to release what is no longer you. Some people can't go with you, not because they are bad, but because their presence would water down your destiny. You've outgrown the mindset, the habits, the small thinking that used to feel normal. Now, even your silence feels different. Now, you sit in rooms and feel a disconnect, not because you're arrogant, but because your spirit no longer aligns with the conversations that keep people stuck. You've seen a glimpse of who you can become, and now there's no going back. The ache for more is real, and no temporary comfort can cure it. That ache is not a problem. It's the compass guiding you home to your purpose. You don't need 100 steps. You just need one bold move toward the life you know you're meant to live, one decision to rise when it would be easier to settle, one act of obedience when fear tells you to run, one prayer whispered in faith that says, God, I trust you, even when I don't see the full picture. That one act of faith, repeated consistently, builds a future far greater than what you've imagined. And the greatest power you'll ever discover is the power to keep showing up, even when nothing around you is clapping. Most people only commit when results are guaranteed. But real power is when you stay committed even when results are invisible. That's when you start tapping into a strength that doesn't come from you. It comes from your Creator. He didn't put you here to merely exist. He put you here to dominate fear, to overcome mediocrity, and to glorify His name through your excellence, your perseverance, and your obedience. You're not just a person trying to succeed. You are a child of God walking out a divine mission, and when you walk like that, speak like that, and believe like that, doors open that were once sealed. But don't get it twisted. With every door of opportunity there comes opposition. The moment you start rising, critics will start speaking, but let them talk, let them doubt. Their voices have no authority in your destiny. They are background noise to your obedience. You were not called to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You were called to walk in truth, even if it means walking alone. And in that loneliness, you will find your real strength. You will find that God fills every gap others left empty, and you will realize that what felt like rejection was actually divine redirection. Your strength isn't proven when everything goes right. Your strength is proven when everything goes wrong, and you still show up with faith. It's easy to worship when you're winning, but what about when you're in the wilderness and the victory hasn't come yet? That's where real warriors are made, not in comfort, but in conflict, not in applause, but in adversity. So if you're facing challenges now, don't curse them. Thank God for the training. Thank Him that He trusts you with this fight, because He knows what's inside of you. He knows the warrior He created. Now it's time for you to know it too. You don't need the approval of the world to start. You need the approval of God, and He already gave it. The moment He placed breath in your lungs, He stamped you with purpose. He didn't wait for your resume, your followers, or your qualifications. He called you worthy before anyone ever noticed you. So stop shrinking to fit into places God is trying to pull you out of. Stop delaying because you're afraid of being seen. Your light was never meant to stay hidden. It was meant to shine even if it makes others uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. It will cost you sleep, comfort, and sometimes friendships, but it will never cost you your peace. In fact, true growth is the only thing that brings real peace, because it aligns you with your purpose. You no longer have to pretend. You no longer have to perform. You just have to become, and in becoming, you inspire others to do the same. Your life becomes proof that it's possible to change, to rise, to start over even after pain, even after failure, even after heartbreak. There are people waiting to hear your story, not the perfect, polished version, but the real one. The version that shows the tears, the setbacks, the moments you almost quit, because in your vulnerability others find their courage, in your scars others see healing. Your life is not just about you, it's a seed being planted in the lives of others. What you conquer becomes someone else's roadmap. What you endure becomes someone else's breakthrough. Never underestimate how God can use your process to set someone else free. The enemy wants you quiet, afraid, and ashamed. But God wants you bold, healed, and unashamed. That's why the attacks have been so fierce. That's why the delays have been so frustrating, because the enemy knows what you're about to walk into, and he's terrified. Terrified that you'll finally believe in yourself, terrified that you'll finally forgive yourself, terrified that you'll rise up in power and become everything God called you to be, but the devil's fear is not your concern. Your focus is obedience, not opinion. Your focus is alignment, not approval. And when your focus is right, nothing can stop you. You may not have chosen the battles you've faced, but you get to choose how you respond. And that response determines everything. You can respond in bitterness, or you can respond in belief. You can respond with fear, or you can respond with faith. One response closes your future, the other unlocks it. Don't let pain shape your identity. Let purpose shape your response. You are more than what happened to you. You are more than what they said about you. You are becoming someone stronger, wiser, deeper, and that transformation is your real testimony. There's a version of you that walks in rooms and doesn't flinch, that speaks with conviction, that prays with boldness, that creates with confidence. That version is already inside you, waiting to be activated. But it won't come alive until you stop living in survival mode and start living in surrender. Surrender doesn't mean weakness. It means trusting that God's way is higher, better, and more complete than anything you could design. And once you surrender fully, your life becomes a magnet for miracles. You are not late. You are right on time. Every delay was divine. Every detour was design. Every setback was setup. You are exactly where you need to be to make the next right move. Don't let the timeline of others create anxiety in your own. God does not work on the clock. He works in seasons. And when your season comes, it won't be stopped. It will rush in like a flood, overwhelming you with favor, provision, and opportunities you didn't even ask for. But your job is not to control the when. Your job is to be faithful in the now. Be faithful in the quiet seasons. Be faithful when no one is clapping. Be faithful when it seems like nothing is working. Because heaven is watching, and everything you do in obedience is recorded. Nothing is wasted, not one prayer, not one tear, not one late night, not one early morning. It all matters, and it's all building something eternal, something unshakable. You are not building for likes. You are building for legacy. You are not chasing trends. You are chasing truth. And when it's all said and done, it won't be how many people followed you that mattered. It will be how many people were transformed because you decided to follow God. So stand tall, speak life, walk boldly, and never forget. Psalm 27 isn't just a scripture, it's a strategy. It's a declaration. It's a lifestyle. You were never alone. Even in your darkest moments, He was there. Guiding, protecting, whispering, keep going. And now look at you, still standing, still believing, still hungry for truth. That's no accident. That's evidence of grace, evidence of favor, evidence that your story is far from over. You are not broken. You are becoming, and what you are becoming will shake nations. So rise, again and again rise. You were born to do this. In conclusion, remember that your life is a journey of constant growth, transformation, and alignment with God's purpose. The battles you face, the setbacks you experience, and the silence you endure are all part of a divine plan, a plan that is shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. You are not defined by your past, but by the power of God working through you in the present. When you embrace the calling to rise, to trust, and to walk in obedience, you become a beacon of light, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. The world may not always understand your journey, and at times you may feel like you're walking alone. But you are never truly alone. God is with you, guiding you, empowering you, and ensuring that every step you take is leading you closer to your purpose. So stand firm in your faith, knowing that no setback is too great, no challenge is too powerful, and no fear is too overwhelming to prevent you from fulfilling your destiny. You are a living testimony of what happens when you choose to trust in God's plan, when you choose to rise above fear, and when you choose to walk in your purpose. The best is yet to come, and your story is just beginning. Stay committed, stay strong, and never lose sight of the greatness within you. Keep rising, because your destiny is unstoppable.